contacted me and he said, I have this guy that's contacted me and said he was with DIA and he wanted to start releasing information about a Project Crystal Night. Do you know anything about it, Rick? And I said, you know what, Victor, I do know something about it, but I don't know if it's real or if it's some kind of military project that had happened, an exercise, or, I could think of a lot of different things.
Right.
And he said, no, I know it's real because I've seen some evidence of it. I said, what kind of evidence did you see? I saw pictures of the planet. I said, you saw pictures of what planet? He said, Serpil. I said, who showed them to you? He said, this person that I want to introduce you to. I met with this former DI official named Joseph Yeager. So we went to his house. He lived in a really, really nice house. He had a cellar, and there's not too many places that have cellars anymore, but he had a cellar in his house in California, and we went in there, and he had these safes along the wall, probably, I don't know, a dozen safes. And they were all GSA-approved safes, so they were GSA safes. And having worked in the government, you know how secure they are.
Yes.
He opened one up and brought a document over to me, laid it down. It was an Air Force OSI document. I looked at that document, and of course I recognized it, being I had been in the OSI. He said, read that. It was a real thick document. So I spent the next probably 30, 35 minutes going through this document. I said, holy cow. I spent all those years in OSI and I never heard about this.
So what was the most powerful thing you read in that document over that 35 minutes? What really shocked you the most, besides you not knowing about it?
Well, what shocked me was how they selected the astronauts.
How did they?
Well, they selected, it took them months and months and months, but they got people they had to get specialists,
right?
Doctors and other specialists. But they went out and found people within the military that were orphans and didn't have any family members and weren't married. Now, that's a difficult task, even in 1960, and this is when this was occurring. But they found him. They found, I think, 100 or so, and they narrowed it down. Right. They put these astronauts through an enormous amount of training. In reading and then listening to a tape recording later of all the training they went through, Special Forces SEALs wouldn't even gone through this kind of stuff. But they had to prepare them for a journey from Earth 39 light years away to a foreign planet. How do you prepare somebody for that?
Right.
Well, they tried it and they did it. They according to them, they did it.
So while you were in Joseph Yeager's, cellar, looking at all this information, you told me that there was actually pictures he had of the planet. Could you describe what you saw on these pictures?
We could communicate because some of them even spoke English.
Do they know why this astronaut died?